Hi, welcome to this very preliminary review of the new Phoenix Engineering Eagle PSU power supply used with my new VPI Prime turntable. I had made a video in the middle of last year that featured the Falcon PSU by Phoenix Engineering and the Roadrunner tachometer used with my Scout turntable, my VPI Scout. I found the combination of those two devices to work really well with the Scout. It helped the sound, kept the speed of the table dead accurate, which obviously helps pitch. And in long piano notes and things like that, you definitely can hear the effects of having stability in the speed. It effectively makes the belt drive turntable act like a direct drive type turntable in the accuracy of its speed. In that video, you'll see what the effects were on that table and its speed. This turntable, has a lot of upgrades from the Scout. Much bigger platter, much heavier platter, improved bearing, improved motor. This is a 300 RPM motor as opposed to the 600 RPM motor in the Scout. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not using the Falcon with this unit, because the Falcon is limited to motors of right around 5 watts. This one, I believe, has a 7-watt motor. I haven't opened it up, but I believe it's a 7-watt or a 9-watt motor. So a lot of the VPI tables and other manufacturers' tables have higher wattage motors, and so they decided to manufacture a beefier unit that effectively does the same thing but does it with 2 boxes instead of 1, and it enables use of these units with motors up to 15 watts, so more than adequate for this table. So let's get started. Normally I don't focus too much on the unboxing part of these exercises, but I thought you might want to see how these things are packaged. This unit, unlike the Falcon, comes in 2 separate boxes. There's 2 separate units to this system. There's the controller unit, which I believe is identical to the one that the Falcon uses. In the Falcon, it's all in this one little box. And then, in addition to that, there is an amplifier unit, which is the actual power unit that comes with this one. The 2 connect together. So just to give you an idea of how these things are packed. Nice packing foam, nice design cutouts with finger holes to remove them. Let's see, it's a nice unit. Got your power cord, connection cord. And in this unit, very beefy power unit built into this. It's pretty good heft. You can see lots of heat sinking all the way around. They carry the same serial number, I noticed. But this appears to be built like a tank. It's very heavy, nicely built, nicely finished. And then here we have the separate power unit, which resembles something for a laptop computer in this box, which powers up this unit. First thing I'd like to do is show the baseline of what the table is turning like without any intervention from the PSU. This is bone stock, the motor plugged into my wall. This is again the 300 RPM motor, the improved motor that VPI supplies with this turntable. It's obviously a new turntable, so the belt is fresh, motor's fresh. It's had a little more than 10 hours of break-in, so it's pretty sufficiently broken in. I have the motor positioned as it's supposed to be per the VPI setup video, where there's about a finger width on either side of the motor as it sits in the little crevice between the two legs of the turntable. And I have the belt positioned on the second spindle down, which is where it's supposed to be. So with that in mind, I'm going to get started. I have the tachometer hooked up so we can watch the speed as this turns. Okay, so first couple revolutions, we got 33.5, 33.5. So pretty constant, 33.50, 33.49. So we can see bracketing in that 33.49 to 33.50. If I move the band up one notch to which makes it slower, that's the maximum adjustment. We go down to the mid 33.4s. The only way to bring it down to the 33.3s is to actually move the motor out, which does stretch the belt a little bit, but it does bring the speeds down more. 33.9, 33.39, 33.4. So much closer to ideal. Okay, so now I have connected the turntable's motor to the Eagle PSU power supply, which actually plugs into the amplifier. This box that sits under the turntable is actually just the control box. It does not contain the power supply like the Falcon unit did. But I do not have it connected to the Roadrunner, so while we'll see a speed on the Roadrunner, it's not connected to the PSU and it's not going to be making any corrections. So I've reset the motor, the pulley position and the motor position back to factory. And I'm going to start this up. All right, set up for 33.3. And again, this is just, all this is doing is supplying a regulated power. So very similar, very similar to what we're seeing with just the motor all by itself. It is a little tighter, very high 4s, very low 5s. But very similar. Okay, now I have the two devices connected, and I'm going to start the PSU with the objective speed of 33.3 on it. And as the PSU is reading the information that the TAC is giving it, it is making adjustments. And you can see it's dropping to 33.3, 33.34. Wow. This is the very first time I'm turning it on, so that's pretty amazing. You can see that the stability, the speed regulation aspect of this is really pretty cool. Now if I make adjustments to the speed, if I change the pulley position, I just put it on the lowest speed, and our speeds took a massive jump upward. You can see that now it's making adjustments to bring it right back down. So with the pulley on the bottom position, it's still able to make changes. So now I'll put the pulley back up where it's supposed to be. And again, it's making changes to the speed to bring it down to 33.33. I set it to 45. I think I hit this another time. There we go. You don't have to change the pulley. Again, the speeds, you can see the speeds have climbed to well over 45. And now it's bringing that down. 45.006, 009, 001. crazy accurate. Okay, and so that concludes my brief review of this new Phoenix Engineering Eagle PSU used in conjunction with the Roadrunner tachometer. Just a couple of notes I want to add at the end. And that is, the first thing is the boxes are incredibly easy to set up. They pretty much are plug and play, and especially if you're using them together, there's no fine tuning necessary of the frequencies or anything like that. Although it is possible with the PSU to adjust it just like one would adjust the VPI SDS unit. It's not necessary with this one because the tachometer is essentially enabling that fine adjustment, and the boxes do all the work. That's especially nice in real life conditions when you are changing records and changing maybe the band between the 33 and the 45. You don't need to do that with this unit, number one. And number two, when it does jump from one speed and back to the other for different records, it just adjusts itself immediately, which is a really nice feature. So it makes the tape, using the table, using a belt drive table like this, and just listening to music a lot easier in practice. Last but not least, I wanted to give a shout out to VPI. This table is really an amazing table. I don't want to take anything away from it. It is everything I expected it to be. It is a very solid, very, very impressive sounding device. Just for the price point of $3,500, which is where it's at now, it's really an amazing piece of machinery. I'm not sure if there's anything on the market like it. The difference, the jump in performance between this table and my Scout is just it's in a whole different ballpark. It's in an echelon where I think normally tables are in the $10,000 range. I think that's where this table is playing. I'll wait to hear the professional reviews on it, but I would not be surprised if that's the kind of accolade that's heard once this thing is professionally reviewed. It's really an amazing piece of machinery. So used with these devices, even more amazing. So that's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.
Thought I'd found the man of my dreams. Now it seems this is how the story ends. He's going to turn me down and say, can't we be friends? I thought for once it couldn't go wrong.